Hey everyone, Casual Console Gamer here. I'm back from a short vacation, giving you another review. Monster Train 2 was released in May of 2025 for PC through Steam and on the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X through Game Pass. It currently retails for $25 and hasn't gone on sale yet as of the writing of this review. So, is Monster Train 2 worth checking out on console? This review is going to answer that question. Before we get into the main review, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Monster Train 2 is a roguelite deck building game with some pretty unique mechanics. Although, if you've played the original Monster Train, its gameplay is going to be very similar to that, just with some tweaks and some new decks to play with. But before we get into the gameplay, let's talk about the graphics and technicals. For the technicals, the game runs good on consoles with no bugs or glitches. Overall, it's really polished and you won't have any problems. If there are any technical issues, it's probably with the balance of the cards themselves rather than the game engine. There isn't any graphic options here because you don't need to worry about frame rate or anything like that. It's just a single screen from start to finish with a world map overlay in between gameplay sections. Alright, let's go into the gameplay. Monster Train 2 takes place on a train, obviously, where you move through a world map, selecting upgrades to your cards in between battles. You have to win 7 to 8 battles to reach the end, whereby the game ends and you start a new run. Each run can take you about a half an hour to complete, maybe less depending on how powerful your cards are. Monster Train 2 uses cards to summon units or cast spells, similar to Magic the Gathering or Hearthstone. The unique part of Monster Train is the fact that you can only summon so many units per floor, with 3 floors total on your train. Each of your units take up a set amount of space, so you could have 2 or 3 units on a floor and that's it. Enemies enter the train each round, starting from the bottom floor of the train and working their way up to the top where they're going to attack your pyre. It only has so many health points, and once they are deleted, you lose the run. Those enemies will fight your troops on the floor they occupy, meaning you need to be strategic with your unit placement. The biggest thing that separates Monster Train from games like Magic the Gathering and Hearthstone is this extreme limit of having monsters you can have on your train and in your deck. It means looking for synergies between them to make those few monsters stronger rather than more numerous. You have card summons to get you those monsters, card equipment to use on them or the floor they occupy, and spell cards to attack your enemies or improve your units. Another interesting part is the fact that you can choose 2 clans each run to use. There are 5 clans to choose from, and you select 2 each time, one as your primary and one as your secondary to augment them. Most of the cards you get come from your primary clan, and they have different mechanics that you build your deck around. For example, one clan can give you more money to spend on upgrades and cause their enemies to take extra damage. Another clan has things like reanimate that bring the dead back to life, or move units between the floors. The biggest key to success in Monster Train 2 is finding those synergies. Each of the clans can be extremely overpowered provided you play them correctly, get the right upgrades, and luck into the proper cards. RNG is present in this game, and sometimes you just don't hit what you need and you fail the run, while other times you are so overpowered that the game plays on autopilot. Let's talk about the story. It's very simple. Heaven has been corrupted by these titans, and it's up to the 5 clans to work together to stop them. There's bits of lore revealed during your runs, but it's clear that the story is only here to provide an excuse to play the game. It's not integral. Here are the pros and cons of Monster Train 2. For the pros, the game is fun and addictive with lots of ways to play and a ton of content. Not only do you have the replayability of the runs, but there are dozens of challenges to play that switch things up. The game is only $25, making it a good price for what you get. It's also a day 1 Game Pass release, which is great. The game is easy to learn but challenging enough that longtime players will still be having fun after they master the mechanics. For the cons, the game can get complicated, with synergies being so important that if you don't play clans in a certain way or hit the right cards, you won't get far. On the flip side, runs can be very easy if the stars align and you hit all the good cards. The story is lacking, so don't expect a riveting narrative. It can take a lot of time to unlock all the cards, clans, and upgrades. And the balance is a bit off. Some of the clans are better than others, but I expect that will even out over time. And that's it for another review. So, is Monster Train 2 worth playing? Absolutely. It's a great deal to play it on Game Pass, but for only $25 US, it's also a steal for the amount of content you get. I'm the Casual Console Gamer, and I'll see you all in the next review.